Now then, take some time to rest. There's something you can't miss. Get him on a stretcher, and check the other two's vitals. He's likely passed out from exhaustion. Jesus, we're spread thin enough as it is. How the hell can we make room? That's not for us to decide. Get them into the hospital now! Trigger could hear medics bickering as he was being wheeled to the hospital. His memory was foggy. As his memory came to, he was in a bed. He looked around, completely alone, trying to piece together what happened. It wasn't long before he was visited by somebody he was hoping he would see under different circumstances. Alva rushed in with the doctor next to her, asking, "My God, what the hell happened? Are you alright?" He was shot down near the lighthouse and passed out of exhaustion. He suffered second-degree facial burns, along with the traditional type of injury you'd see from a pilot ejecting from a fighter jet. He's lucky, though, in the sense his aircraft was practically stalling when he ejected. The facial burns were caused by his aircraft being in flames when he ejected. It may leave some scarring. It shouldn't be too long. Soon you will probably be able to fly again. I'll leave you two alone if you want me to. Yes, I would appreciate that. The doctor left, and the two of them were alone and confused. Who attacked you? I'm not sure, but I imagine we'll find out soon. I heard Belkin and Ocean comms on the other end. Avril was still incredibly mad, though she didn't want to burden him. You think it was revenge for the annexation? It had to be. But why were there Oceans, and who the hell was it that shot me down? You were out of action for years, you were just resting. No, I've never seen flying like that. Not even Mr. X flew that well. Trigger was almost fearful. A pilot that incredible, as good as even him, who practically rescued Osio from defeat? What destruction could a pilot like that do? Before long, however, they wouldn't be alone. Trigger looked to the left upon hearing the door open. Oh, so that was you. I thought your voice was familiar. Entering through the door was a sight for sore eyes for 3 strikes. Entering was Mobius, accompanied by him, Hector. Avril was confused, even a bit frustrated that the IUN military was here. But Trigger was the opposite. Mobius, you recovered? Why are you here? Oh, don't mind me, I'm just checking in on you. It's been a while, no? Mobius spoke with a casual, almost sarcastic expression. In all seriousness, are you alright? Are you? That was a rough crash the last time you and I talked. Well, I recovered, but the moment I get back up I missed an entire war, and let me tell you, not exactly fun. Avril broke the conversation. Wait, you two know each other? Avril, meet John Smith. This man taught me everything I know, aside from a few things I learned in the war. As for you, sorry, I don't think I know you. Hector Lumen, but call me whatever. I'm a liaison officer for the IUN. Trigger, I believe that was your call sign. When you start to feel better, let me know. I have a proposition for you. Mobius shoved Hector in the shoulder, out of disapproval, giving a confused glare at him. Trigger spoke up. Wait, what happened to the rest of my squad? Hector took off his cap before holding it near his chest. Skald and Fencer are both alive, but Count Strider 2 is MIA. Everyone else was killed in action. I'm sorry. Trigger and Avril's hearts sank as far as they could go. And not only that, the princess was dead from the burst missile that hit the elevator. Trigger failed. His allies dead, the space elevator gone, and fighting would just keep going. He covered his face after hearing it, unable to bear it. Avril tried to comfort him, but she knows she can't do much to help. She had suffered loss as well. The princess she befriended gone. We'll leave you two alone. Let us know when you wish to talk. Avril was furious. The military just brushes off more lives being lost, like her father, like Trigger's squad, and like Count. None of it mattered anymore, and she said nothing. Nothing mattered. And they walked out. Sorry I had to drag you into that. I should have gone in myself. This man lost more than half his squad, and all you think about is recruiting him? These are human beings, Hector, not weapons. Listen, I'm sorry, but after what just happened, we need all the help we can get. I get that. But you think an emotionally compromised pilot will do the job? Mobius was angry, for the first time since he had his training accident. Angry at himself as well, for having Trigger put here because he rushed his training exercise. But the past no longer mattered. They had to get back to the base and form a plan. They had a war to fight. Count and Cypher sat in a room together, under Wizard's orders. Count furious at Cypher for what he did over the lighthouse. Why? Count asked angrily. Cypher sat there on his bed with Count standing above him. I said why? Count yelled, throwing Cypher a right hook. Cypher barely reacted in time, the punch making contact but not being much hurtful. You wouldn't understand, kid. I'm not doing this willingly. I got captured like you. That's why we're both in this cell. Shut the hell up! My squad mates got killed in your operation and you shot down Trigger. You better explain or you're dead. Cypher gave a short laugh in response. Will you? See how that turns out. Sure, maybe you'll kill me, and then what? They see you as a liability and kill you too? We're both stuck here. Calm down and I'll tell you. Count took a minute to breathe. The hopelessness of the situation hit him. Before he could relax, they got a knock on the cell door. A guard wearing armor and an assault rifle. Hey, boss wants you to see this. Come on out. Cypher and Count couldn't argue with a man with a gun, and begrudgingly followed his orders. They met at the top of the Maglev command room, where cameras were being set. People were working on their computers, and Joshua was working out his appearance, getting dressed in a suit and combing his hair. Ah, you arrived. Good. I didn't want to miss this. Please, take a seat over there, and if you don't mind, try not to interrupt. How's the connection to the feed? Perfect, sir. We have a 5-minute opening once it starts. Is that good enough? A computer operative asked Joshua. More than enough. Let's put on a show, gentlemen. In further news, multiple rumors surfaced that Oceans were involved in the attack on the lighthouse, but unfortunately, we have no info at this time. Hey, what's with the feed? Who's in control? Everyone who is watching, I suggest you pay attention. Citizens of Osea and Usea, I can confirm this is correct. We were involved with the lighthouse attack. But I imagine you wish to know why. All of you are familiar with the annexation of Belka that occurred 3 years ago. But this isn't just about that. It's about you, Osea. Allow me to have a quick rundown. You take land in an unfair treaty with Belka, forcing them to retaliate in response. During the Circum-Pacific War, you fail repeatedly to perform any action regarding Grunder Industries, the weapons and arms dealing company that you owned. That even after they were involved with the Belkan Greymen and instigated a war between you and Yuktabania, you did nothing to stop them, only for them to assist in perpetrating a war between you, Erusea, and of course, Usea. The Arsenal Bird's unmanned aerial weaponry shipped straight to your enemies to use against you. Yet how do you fix this? You annex Belka, erasing an entire culture of the innocent people who lived there, forcing them to live in the shadow of a country who resents them. And that doesn't account for those civilians who haven't been slaughtered by you. You meet war and threats with apathy, decreasing the defense budget, not punishing those responsible for the deaths of countless soon enough. And you annex Belka, attacking and killing those who were not responsible for their politicians' crimes. We are not Belkans seeking revenge. We are an organization led by me, an Osean, who seeks to have Osea pay for the crimes they committed, through the power they cannot hope to yield correctly. We seek that Osea begin their process of repenting for their sins, by giving the Belkan people back their land. Then, we can begin negotiating demands. If the former is not met, we will continue these attacks. Today we destroyed the space elevator. That no longer served its use. We regret it came to this, but we can do so much worse. We ask that no more blood be shed. Osea must begin righting the wrongs they have made. We are the saviors. Face your demons. You can't run any farther. Joshua got up with a proud smile. You have all done fantastic work. Get a good night's rest, and feed to your heart's content. As for you two, go back to your cell. We have much more work to do.